Hi, Gemini. Welcome to August. Feeling a little juicy. How are you feeling? My Venus is in Gemini and Venus is in Gemini right now. So I'm just really liking the vibe. I hope you're feeling joyful. Think you're feeling tired. Bottom of the deck is Metamorphosis. Probably feeling tired because you're changing and integrating, changing like from the inside out. You've done a lot of inner work, a lot of inner child work, and you're blossoming into this. But that is requiring you to sit still for a little while. Literally, this is Leo season. The lion is there chilling. So in a time where you might like to kind of be getting up, getting out, and getting it, really like putting yourself out there, instead it's a time to like continue the work that you've been doing and really not overthinking, but leaning into what the new is going to look like, conserving your energy for all of the activity you are going to have to engage in. Resting a lot more than you think you need. And the reason why it's more than you think you need is because you're not going to feel tired, it doesn't seem like. But it will hit you in sudden waves. So there's two ways that you can go about this, whether depending on what feels right for you when you hear this. But resting in the middle of the day when you can, sleeping longer than you normally do at night, like going to bed a little bit earlier, or scheduling in days where you do nothing. We all need a little bit of both. But what I feel is going to happen to you is like throughout August, Gemini, all of a sudden you're just going to get shut down, taken down. Like your body is going to you're going to get forced to rest. And that will be easier for you to deal with if you're already resting more. So you won't feel so drained when the clear calls to sit down happen, and it'll actually be rest. It won't be like exhaustion. Thank you, Spirit. And the reason why this is so crucial is because you're going to be getting a lot of ideas to help you navigate this like chrysalis period that you're in. You have Ghostlands and Sacred Pool as your challenges. It does seem like it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to sit still, especially because as we literally see like this clock here between Gemini and Cancer, the North Node is now in your sign. Depending on where your sun is, if you're a sun sign Gemini and you're watching this, depending on where that is in your chart is going to affect you differently. I can only use me as an example right now, but all my Gemini is in my 11th house. And so I'm really being pushed by the North Node to communicate more, to put myself out there more, it's coming through in many different ways, but celebrate myself more, adorn myself more, be seen, and that's uncomfortable for me. But the holistic psychologist had a great post. The secret is say yes to what feels expansive and no to what feels heavy. So if you're wondering and struggling to figure out, Gemini, where do you invest the little energy that you have? It's to that. It's to the things that push you but don't harm, the things that excite you, that fear that's more like exciting, like, oh, can I do that? Can I do that? Instead of like, oh, I don't want to do that. That's how you'll navigate it. So let's look at the book. For your strength, deep freeze. Everything has its season. Now is the time to put activity on hold while you rest. The cold winter beckons you to slow down and put a freeze on things that are not ready to bloom. It's time for regeneration and hibernation. Forego ambitious activity. A pregnant pause allows ideas to gestate, projects to shift and change, and relationships to go through a dreamy state of being. Not going anywhere and not needing to. Don't force anything, y'all. This is also a time to put all your arguments on ice. Nothing beneficial will come from any of them. Self-care is the most important activity now. So reflect, read a good book, get a massage, get your nails done, hair done, everything did. Rest and dream. Now, obviously, we have like protocols that we're following. I did my own hair, nails. I got there. I was the first person there. I double masked. Well, I wasn't the first person. There was somebody already there with a tech, and they were waiting on the next tech to come in. And so it was literally just me and the tech. They weren't taking other people like for like waiting. There's like limits. They had all the PPE, face guards. So I was like, I felt safe, and I hadn't felt comfortable enough to do it. So anyway, whatever feels right for your spirit, but do your own nails, take care of yourself. Like, I really do feel like as you're shifting into whatever this metamorphosis is, it's almost a little bit of you, especially for the first week of August while Venus is in your sign, thinking about what your aesthetic is, right? Like, just because we're in the house doesn't mean you have to look like you stuck in the house, because this is how it's going to be for a little while, you know. And I won't even get into that because it doesn't matter. We should be taking care of ourselves, feeling beautiful, feeling free, regardless of the circumstances. And that's what you're learning. So let's look at the challenge. Ghost lands first. It's a sign that you're wandering in an emotional or intellectual place with no real substance. There is no point longing for that which has already gone or hasn't happened yet. Perhaps you've created a fantasy of the good old days or some elusive utopian destination that lies somewhere in the future when this or that happens to make things better. Live one day at a time. Each day is a new beginning filled with truth and beauty. Stay away from the ghostlands of the past and the future. So no projecting really right now into, so yes, manifesting, leaning into, but more so rest and being in the present. And I cut myself off because I don't want you to think that you can't be thinking about your future or the things that you would desire, but this opining for a different circumstance versus really embracing what you have now, that's what this is cautioning against. Avoid nostalgia and longing for something better. Find joy in what is in your present life today. And then we'll read Sacred Pool, just because I channeled what I'm feeling you're struggling with, which is the sitting still, but I think there might be something really key here to help you with this. It can be difficult to overcome denial when there is a reward for staying where you are. And what is that reward? Not changing and reprogramming your nervous system, staying in comfortability, feeling comfortable with being sad, feeling comfortable with identifying with a certain state. If you can't, I wasn't going to say it, but it says it here. If you can't accept and love yourself, you remain trapped wearing a false mask of victimhood. The benefit of embracing denial in the victim's mask is that you never have to take a real risk. Oh, I'm the underdog. Oh, people count me out. Oh, I'm overlooked. No, you're overlooking yourself. Period. Dimming your light serves no one. Turning away from the truth that is reflected in the stillness of the sacred pool, not wanting to face the truth, not wanting to be in meditation, not wanting to rest, because then you have to really look at all of like the things that you wish you would have done by now, or the projects that you wanted to do, the things you've been scared to do. I don't like being tracked like this, y'all, but it's okay. It's okay. Keeps you in denial, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Such vain efforts lead to a tedious, boring existence. Take the risk and shine your beautiful light into the world. Look in the mirror and see the truth. Surrender the need to self-sabotage. Remember that you have a responsibility not just to yourself, but to the divine spark within you. Courage is not the absence of fear. Accept the discomfort of seeing with clear eyes, and you'll soon find that wondrous adventures are waiting for you. Step into your magical life. Take the leap of faith. All right, Gemini. Let's get into your reading. These are the oracle messages. Let's get into the strategy, right?